What's going on, 49er faithful, 49er fam, 49er gang? This is your boy Niner Gang Podcast back in the building. So definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications so I can keep you up to date on any and everything San Francisco 49ers. With that being said, let's get right on into it, man. So we did what we normally do. Come on now. Went in there, we beat them Redbirds. Yes, we did. You know what I'm saying? We were at home, so that's fantastic. Everything was great. As you can see in the description of the show, this is definitely a one-man wrecking crew. What's going on, Sam? What's going on, Joel? I'm telling you right now, man. If there's one thing that we've been searching for all these years, it's been a quarterback. If there's one thing that Kyle has had a problem doing, it's drafting running backs. I believe right now we got one of the best quarterback running back duos in the league between Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey. Now, what's crazy about this is CMC was a one-man wrecking crew yesterday, people. It was unfair. I feel bad for anybody on the defense for the Cardinals because they just did not want to see that man coming. I guarantee you they were sitting on the sidelines going, why did we have to face this dude? Like CMC went in there and just tore them a brand new you-know-what in ways you can't imagine, man. Like, it's insanity. So we're going to get to that in just a second, but let's do a little quick recap outside of the Monday Nighter, okay? Because it hasn't been played yet, obviously. So the Lions took it to the Packers. You know what I'm saying? They went ahead and wound up going 3-1. They are leading the NFC North. I told y'all about them Lions, and I told y'all they might be coming. Now, a lot of people probably looked at me and said, well, it's the Lions, it's Detroit, you know. It is what it is. Hey, look, man, Mark Ragnow got them playing, okay? And that's the only head coach in the league right now that look like he should be on the field instead of on the sidelines calling a game. That's all I'm saying. But shout out to the Lions, man. They went out there. They got their dub. They wasn't playing no bullshit. Jaguars came in, beat the shit out of the Falcons, 23-7. It wasn't even fair. Falcons scored in one quarter, and that was the third. Other than that, they ain't scoring shit. And hey, they was over in London. And London is Jaguar town, like straight up, no bullshit. Like, don't get me wrong. You have your 49ers fans, you have your Cowboys fans worldwide, stuff like that. But when it came to the NFL, jumping over to the UK and trying to get into that market, so to speak, and talk about things and, you know, branding and everything. The Jags were the flagship team for overseas. And I'm telling you right now, they have built a very, very strong fan base there. I'm going to keep talking. Y'all give me a second. But they built a strong fan base there, man. And it was a beautiful thing. I can tell you that much. The Jags run the UK. They are the team to beat. They are the team to master. And, you know, if you can't beat the Jags, and, you know, it's a rough go. But shout out to the Jags for going overseas and getting that dub as they have been for you know, last couple of years. So next thing up, we talk about the Dolphins and the Bills. Now, Dolphins fans were running all over the fucking place last week, freaking the fuck out, talking big shit, because they scored 70 points. They did it against the Broncos, who are one of the weakest teams in the NFL. And I'm sorry, okay, you scored 70 points. If you did that against your opponent this week, yes, we would be talking about you as a powerhouse offense that could not be stopped. But you did it against a mediocre, talented defense, and I'm sorry, you know, it's no disrespect to the guys over there. You know, you still got to love Pat Surtain. Shout out to my dog, DJ Jones over there. Shout out to the young homie Jonas Griffith if he's still there. You know what I'm saying? You know, and hey, I can't give a shout out to Mike McGlinchey because he's Mike McGlinchey, and we all know what happens with him. So at the end of the day, they came up against these Buffalo Bills. The Bills Mafia was definitely in town, and they were not playing. So instead of them putting up 70, they put up 50 less, and they put up 20. But they got beat by 28. They lost 48-20. So all that shit y'all was talking and everything y'all was running your mouth about, y'all couldn't do that against a seriously talented team. They turned around and whooped your ass. You know what I'm saying? Stephon Diggs with the Stone Cold Steve Austin and clamping the beers and everything, you know, and throwing them back. And everybody's like, well, those big, you know, I think Jason McCourty is on Good Morning Football this morning, and he was saying that, you know, those beers like $17 a pop, you know, like I would be asking for my money back. Those fans don't give a flying fuck about that beer. They don't. Because I can tell you right now, you know what they worried about? Those cans. They will take those cans, and I can tell you right now, they're caught on video, and it's been replayed on several different ways. GMFB, just all over the internet. You sell them motherfuckers. Stephon Diggs touched these cans right after a touchdown. You get some money off that. They ain't worried about that. That 17 funky ass dollars that they paid for that shit don't mean nothing. And to be honest with you, when you go to a football game, don't be pissed off if you waste your money on beer or anything. You know you wasting your money. Because $17, that could buy you a 6-pack. Just saying. That it can. Go to the store. You can get a 6-pack. Might even get 12, depending on what kind of beer you're drinking. You know, you decide to go super cheap, you know, get you some old shit, it might work out. Give me a second. They are landscaping, and they about to fuck my damn stream up, and we ain't about to have that shit this morning. You got to close that. Because that'll happen, man. You know, it's unfortunate. It's just the way that things work. But basically, hey, man, Bills went in and did their damn thing, boy. Beat the shit out of them. 48-20. Held them to no points in the fourth quarter. So, you know, it is what it is. Broncos come away with their first win on a comeback. They was getting their ass whooped. Found a way to come back, make the win happen. You know what I'm saying? It's frustrating for the Bears. Excuse me, as they are now 0-4. You got people in the stands in the stadium wearing bags over their heads and shit, calling it unbearable. It's just a frustrating year for Chicago, man. Shout out my boy Josh. I know that's hurting him because his Bears are just they ain't doing enough, man. You know, they had the game in hand, and next thing you know, they get smashed. I like a dumbass in this game. I did my picks. Shout out to my boy Beto. I did my picks, and it was frustrating because I didn't know that Deshaun Watson wasn't playing and DTR was starting. Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody loved the hype surrounding DTR in the preseason. I told y'all a million times, I'm a UCLA guy. I know DTR well enough to know and understand the young man is going to take a little time to grow in the NFL. The shitty part is you got your first start against the fucking Ravens and that defense. And that's just almost unfair. And they made him look bad. DTR didn't look good. That man didn't throw a touchdown, but he threw 3 interceptions. It was not a good game. So basically, you know, it's another situation of, hey, unless Deshaun's on the field, man, the Browns don't really have a very high probability of winning. The Bengals lose again. Got broke off 27-3 by the Titans. You know, the Titans came through, and the funny thing with the Titans is, and I said this before, you know, the Titans have 2 of the best receivers that ever played football in the league, but they're older now, and they don't do as much as they previously used to. But yeah, they still have Julio Jones, if I'm not mistaken, and they've got D-Hop. I think, but I don't see Julio Jones on the stat sheet here. But D-Hop had 4 catches for 63 yards. You know what I mean? Derrick Henry had a TD, and he threw a touchdown pass along with, Ryan Tannehill throwing a touchdown pass. So it just you know, it was the Bengals are just looking bad, man. You know, Joe Burrow's back to being just regular old Joe Burrow. The first 2 years that they can't, his campaign, they seem to be unstoppable. It looked great. Now I don't know what the hell done happened over there in Cincinnati. If there's a Bengals content creator that could explain it, by all means, please do, because it's looking bad right now. It's looking real bad. So basically, I digress, but we move on, man. So the LA Rams, they almost blew it against the Colts. I was watching the end of that first game, that game, because that came on before the Cardinals and the 49ers. And I was really banking on the Colts pulling this damn comeback off, but they couldn't finish it. They had to go to OT, and lo and behold, Puka Nacua shows up again. That young man scored his first NFL touchdown, and it's hard to believe because when you look at Puka Nacua on the stat sheet, every week he's over 100 yards. This one he had 9 receptions for 163 yards in the TD. So the Rams get closer to bringing back Cooper Kupp, and I can tell you right now they have a fairly viable wide receiving core with Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, and Tutu Atwell. I think that those three right there are a viable receiving core. You know what I'm saying? And Puka Nacua has shown himself to be nothing but talented in ways you cannot imagine. I love what he's doing. And if he continues, if he can start scoring some touchdowns to go along with all the yardage that he has, Puka Nacua could take offensive rookie of the year. He could. And I'm not like, fronting on that. I'm not lying about that. I'm just telling y'all that, I'm seeing serious talent in the kid, and he definitely deserves to be, recognized and praised for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, even though he is a Ram, it's still, hey, man, you got to recognize talent when you see it. I tell people all the time, I never liked Kobe. He wasn't one of my favorite players, but I recognize that he was one of the greatest players to ever touch the court. God rest his soul. I can tell you that much. Kobe wasn't no damn joke. Kobe was a killer. That Mamba mentality was real. So while he may not have been one of my favorite guys, he still was an amazing player, period. So shout out Puka Nacua doing his thing over there. The Bucks and the Saints. Bucks beat the shit out of the Saints 26-9. It was just, man, the Saints literally scored 3 in every quarter except for the second. So rough go for them. Another barn burner with the Eagles and the Commanders, 34-31. You know what I mean? The Commanders seem to play the Eagles the hardest, but I mean, your divisional games are always going to be the hardest because your opponents know you very well. And there's always that one opponent that's pesky as shit that gets on your nerves. For us, it's the Cardinals. They don't go down without a fight. And it's hard because you almost want to lull them into submission, but it never works out that way. The Cardinals always usually find a way to give us a big, a punch in the mouth or a punch in the gut, and they make the game a little bit harder than what it should be. So it's a rough go, but hey, it worked out well. For the Eagles, they got the win 34-31. Then you look at the Vikings that came along and got a win 21-13 over the Panthers. Panthers only scored in the first half, did score in the second half. The Vikings literally scored in the second and third quarter, nothing in the first or the fourth. They got themselves a win. They are now 1-3. The Panthers are now 0-4. So it's a rough go over there, man, in Panther country for y'all. There's no CMC. Bryce Young is doing what he can, but he ain't doing enough. So it's a rough go right now. But I'll tell you this. Nothing more than a rough go for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They lost Kenny Pickett. They 2-2. It's just a hard sell. And the Texans, shout out to the ex-DC, DeMeco Ryans, now head coach of the Houston Texans. That man is now 2-2. Bryce Young out there looking really good. And the only issue is for Puka Nacua when it comes to Rookie of the Year is if Bryce Young is shining the way he's shining right now, yes, it's going to be a rough go for you as far as that is concerned, man. It's not going to be easy to try to get that going. Give me a second, y'all. I got to get this lighting right. This shit ain't working. I'm over here. It's dark. I don't know. Just going to try to turn everything on. I try to open up windows and shit. There we go. I mean, that's a little bit better. Sorry about that. I just got to get a new ring light to make sure that I'm putting it correctly on there so it'll work out well and, kind of do it the way I want it to. But either way, DeMeco Ryans, man, 2 straight wins. He got one last week, got another one this week, 30-6 over the Steelers. The Texans are looking a little more formidable now, so you got to give them some respect. I appreciate what DeMeco is doing over there, making things happen. The Raiders and the Chargers. This is for me. This is the battle of my best friends. Two of my best friends. One named Chris, one named Aaron. My boy Chris is a Raider fan. My boy Aaron is a Charger fan. I believe Aaron went to the game yesterday. And hey, man, the Chargers went in there and laid the smack down on the Raiders, man, 24-17. Aiden O'Connell, everybody was calling for him and hoping that he would go out there and do some big things. He didn't do much. The Chargers defense showed out, did what they were supposed to do. The Chargers scored all of their points in the first half, but nothing in the second half. That's necessarily, that's not necessarily the greatest, but it's not the worst. And it can be a problem just strictly based on the fact that you don't ever want to wind up not being able to score in the second half. So, while they got the win, that gives, that either tells me one or two things. The Raiders defense, woke up in the second half and tried to do something, or the Chargers just took their foot off the gas and tried to cruise through it and said, hey, 24-17, we're just going to leave it where it is. So then you go to the next game. Cowboys versus the Patriots. Patriots get the shit beat out of them. Bill gets broke off. Worst loss of his head coaching career. The Patriots are now 1-3, bottom of their division, 38-3. The Cowboys get the dub. They are now 3-1 in the division. They right behind the Philadelphia Eagles, who are currently the only other 4-0 team outside of the 49ers. So the Sunday night game was definitely a barn burner. 23-20. The Chiefs come away with the win. The Jets actually fought hard in that game. Zach Wilson, 245 yards, 2 TDs. I mean, he started to look a little bit better, and the Chiefs defense is definitely formidable. That definitely is true. Rudy, I don't know what you're talking about putting the league on notice. What'd you put the league on notice about? I need you to explain what you did. Because I can tell you right now, it looked like Matthew Stafford finna be out for several weeks because he got a fucked up hip injury. That man was limping around, still trying to make plays. And I can tell you right now, you don't want him out there limping around like that too long. It's only going to make the injury worse. I do not believe Matthew Stafford is going to be playing for a couple weeks. I don't know who your backup is, but you better hope and pray that he is just as good and or better, or he can at least hold y'all down for the moment. Puka is not an MVP candidate. You'll never get that. You already know MVPs only go to fucking quarterbacks. It's annoying and it's frustrating. And yes, now Puka, rookie of the year, that I'll give you, Rudy. Rookie of the year, yes. He can be rookie of the year, but he's got to start scoring some touchdowns. He's got all the numbers, but he doesn't have all the touchdowns. He just got his first one last game. Puka Nacua is definitely great. Yeah, I appreciate that, Rudy. CMC should be in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Puka, I give him rookie of the year, but the reason I don't ever give rookies an MVP thing because they just won't get it. Like, it's just not going to happen. The only way you're going to be a rookie and possibly wind up an MVP is if you're a quarterback and you wind up taking your team straight to the Super Bowl your first season. And I don't think that's never happened in the NFL. It's rough, but it kind of is what it is. But I respect Puka. Believe me, that another Tongan warrior out there, baby. Shout out my Tongan warrior. Talanoa motherfucking Hufunga. Now, really quick, back to this Chiefs and Jets game. There was a very controversial call. There was a whole call on Sauce Gardner. Now, a lot of people out there, that kind of think the way I do to an extent. I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist for different reasons. But they're basically saying you can't let the Chiefs lose because every time Taylor Swift is there, now it's almost like, you don't want her there if they start losing. You know what I'm saying? Because I forget who it was. Somebody was dating somebody and they were up in the box and they kept losing. I think it might have been with the Cowboys or some shit. I don't know. But to me, I watched that play. That was not holding. He did nothing to deter that fucking receiver. And it still was a bad throw. At the end of the day, that possibly could be it. Because, yes, you will have fans going, oh, she's here now. She's a distraction. She needs to go away. Dante Hall was just on Good Morning Football this morning saying that he had bought himself one of those specific boxes. He had about 12 to 15 people. Couldn't get in this motherfucker. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift basically bought the whole fucking thing out. Now, look, no disrespect to Taylor Swift. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. You know what I'm saying? Her music is her music. She does pop/country, whatever she does. I don't care. I'm not a Swiftie. I don't listen to none of that. All right. It's not mine. Okay. I listen to gangster shit. All right. That's what I listen to. If my music doesn't have some type of violence or a slick motherfucker talking, crazy on some pimp shit, I don't want to listen to it. I truthfully don't. I like R&B. I like old school R&B. I have musical interests, but Taylor Swift is just not one of them. Whoever likes Taylor Swift, more power to you. You play her music, you do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? But to me personally, if I bought that out, I know Taylor Swift got big, got grown woman money. So I know she gonna outrank me. But at the end of the day, if I bought that, hell no, man, shit, you better give me my goddamn spot. See, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. This, I listen to that. I listen to Sugar Free. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather give you my bitch than I let you breathe on my last bit of endo smoke. Yeah, Perk Dog in the house. Early morning. What's happening with you, Perk? But that's what I'm saying. Like, it could be a situation where, yeah, the NFL gonna keep bailing them out because Taylor Swift there like anybody gives a fuck. I'm sorry, man. Like, at the end of the day, this is how I look at it. Your halftime show at a Super Bowl shouldn't be Taylor Swift ever. You know why? Because it doesn't make sense. Why would we want Taylor Swift? Nobody listens to that. I'm sorry. It's just football players listen to rap music more so. John V, my brother from another brother, my guy. I still want my goddamn locker room rent back. Y'all better figure it out. I need that. Shit is funny. But at the end of the day, man, Chiefs pulled off the W. Very close win, very controversial call. I didn't think there was any type of holding, but then again, I love DBs, and Sauce is a fucking monster. So I don't know. It is what it is, man. It just kind of gets frustrating, especially when you see that they always want to bail somebody out. Like, that's fucking stupid. You know what I mean? You're going to bail the Chiefs out because Taylor Swift there, And then again, Patrick Mahomes' wife ain't very happy because Taylor are getting all the attention now. And it's not like Patrick. I'm sorry. Look, okay, I'll say it. Patrick Mahomes' wife ugly, okay? She is not attractive by any stretch of the imagination. I know they're high school sweethearts, all that shit, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, that is not an attractive woman, and she is extremely annoying. I'm sorry. I just her and Pat's brother just get on my fucking nerves. Like, those two are just riding the coattails of the success of him. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And there is no Taylor Swift effect. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Rams gear is drip. Here go Jim Everett the Great early morning with the bullshit. Rams gear. Ain't nobody want to wear that bullshit, please. That's why y'all have to pump crowd noise into your stadium and sit there with AI fans trying to take up seats because you know that's Levi South. Get out of here with that Rams gear is drip. Nobody care about that shit. I look, man, I ain't gonna go that far, CJ. I ain't gonna do all that. Yeah, nah, Taylor too skinny for my liking, okay? I like a thick woman, okay? I'm a Megan Thee Stallion type of man, if you understand what I'm saying. I need a thick woman. I need a woman that got some curves, got a little extra, that little something in the midsection ain't gonna hurt nobody. More cushion for the pushing. Shout out Red Man, shout out How High. But either way, still got the Monday night game tonight. Let's see. And it is the Seahawks and the Giants. There is no Saquon Barkley. He is out. They are hoping he may be able to return next week. I don't know. That was a high ankle sprain. And if you can return after 2 weeks off a high ankle sprain, you definitely are a fucking cyborg because high ankle sprains kill us. And we take those and we get stuck. Now, what I am going to put up here is this right motherfucking here. Okay, people? CJ Gray with the comment of the day, CMC is the fucking MVP. See, most valuable player, okay, MVP. What that tells you is that this team can't win without this dude. You need this person to be on the field or you might lose or you might not make the playoffs. And I am telling you right now, since last year, CMC has been that motherfucking dude. CMC went out there, one-man wrecking crew the fucking Cardinals. One-man wrecking fucking crew the Cardinals. Punched them dead in the mouth. It's like CMC was in a boxing match and he was just walking through. And as he's come through, he just sitting there just throwing the jab. He was asleep with the jab. You know what I'm saying? He giving you that and his touchdowns were like uppercuts. Bow, bow, bow. He was just killing them. And I'm telling you right now, man, CMC is definitely a fucking MVP candidate. He has to be. If CMC keeps balling like this all year and he gets robbed of the MVP and we give it to fucking Patrick Mahomes or another goddamn quarterback, I'm going to blow my shit. Because it gets tiring every single year. Quarterback gets the MVP. He's the best guy in the league. Blah, blah, blah. Look, man, you got to start spreading the love to the MVP crowd because it's not fair that you always just bank in on one person. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's a situation, you know, but she's right. Yeah, Taylor ain't got no curves. She ain't got no nothing, you know. And look at that. Jersey sales up 400%. Now that part, yeah, I mean, yeah, you're going to have people, you know, buying jerseys. It's whatever. And you know, the sad part is that's just a money grab. And it's nice. You know what I'm saying? But it's a money grab because 90% of the people buying, jersey sales are 400%. I can guarantee you 375% of the people that bought a fucking jersey only bought the jersey because they're Taylor Swift fans. They know nothing about football. They don't know shit about the Chiefs. They don't even have a dog in a fight every Sunday. They don't watch football like we do. They don't pay attention to it. They don't even know Chiefs fucking record. They probably couldn't tell you anybody on Chiefs outside of Mahomes and Kelsey. They don't know nothing about the defense. They don't know the Andy Reid. They don't know shit. These people are buying shit based off of Taylor Swift. Now, that part, you are 100% correct, Mr. Cole. That is correct. The one thing that I do want to touch on real quick, because I'm a brother, and I saw this. Travis Kelce came into the league. He was dating a black woman. This fact, people, I ain't lying. You look it up. He was dating a black woman. Now, randomly, you got the truck driver mustache, and you're dating a white woman. Weird. Travis Kelce came in the league. I can tell you right now, a lot of people thought he was a black tight end trapped in a white tight end's body. And Travis Kelce had what we call Negro tendencies, okay? But now you with Taylor Swift. It is what the fuck it is. I truthfully don't care. Don't bother me none. She ain't my cup of tea. She ain't got no curves. She ain't got no nothing. It is what it is. Tired of these New York teams. Man, I'm with you on that one, Jim. I'm with you. It's sad to watch these fucking pathetic ass teams play on primetime football. I'm sorry. You got to start. The NFL has to start flexing shit, you know, and moving games around. Like, yo, we can't do this shit. Y'all not looking good. We can't have that. You know, and this is true. Facts, Ramon. Shout out to my dog Ramon. What's happening with you, RC? It's true. This is literally where he should have been his whole fucking career. If CMC started here, he would have never left. This is perfect for him. I'm sorry. That young man is amazing. I've never seen anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. Oh, yeah. Yeah, never do well when the breakup comes in sales. Jersey sales are going to get cut because you don't think these things don't last. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how it works. You know what I mean? And I get it. You know what I'm saying? CJ Sal, you was at the Carolina game watching him warm up, saying if he would join our team, he would be unstoppable. Damn, okay. Yeah. That's definitely it. Yes, Kelsey, yeah, now that I will say, Kelsey's actually thicker than a sticker. She was beautiful. That much was true. She was definitely a beautiful woman. You know, and he do. I guarantee you Kelsey still got a black woman on side. Because you tell you right now, look, if you put a side-by-side picture of Travis Kelce's previous woman and Taylor Swift, there's no competition, people. Yes, she's Taylor Swift. Everybody likes her, all this other stuff, blah, blah, blah. I don't give a fuck about your celebrity. That woman he had before you was fly than a motherfucker. And she had curves. She was thick. This was all natural. There was no, Kelsey didn't meet her and she didn't get ass shots and all that other shit. That's just natural woman. Taylor's a natural woman too, naturally skinny. I'm sorry. There's nothing there. Either way. But he do. Yes, this motherfucker could be highway patrol, fucking Border Patrol. That nigga could be a sheriff. He could be a cop in general. He does. Travis Kelce looks like a whole fucking cop. You are right. That is very, very true. And Travis do like a big booty woman. That ain't no lie. You know what I'm saying? Oh boy, BC came in with it. Super Troopers. Oh man. Hey, y'all ain't never watched Super Troopers. That's a damn good show, man. That movie was funny than the motherfucker, man. You know, oh yeah, oh bruh. I'm telling you, man. Look, it just now look, I ain't got nothing against Sierra. Sierra's skinny, but she actually has a little bit of curves. You know, and then Russell and pumped them 2 kids into her along with Future dropping one in her. So she put on a little bit of weight, but Sierra she's naturally skinny. So is Taylor Swift. They're both naturally small women. It's just Sierra got a little bit more curves than she does, man. You know what I'm saying? It understands. And Travis did change his whole image. You know what I'm saying? You know, but yeah, I mean, yeah, bro, you it's definitely a confusion for me. I don't know. Either way, but let's get into this fucking game, people. God damn. I don't care what nobody says. CMC is the best fucking running back in the league. Period. Ain't nobody better. Nobody better. Nope. Nobody better. Period. There's no one better. There's not a better all-around running back than Christian McCaffrey. I'm sorry. And if you want to challenge me on that, by all means, let's go. Let's go. Drop it in the comments. I will give you a link. I'll do a show with whoever wants to challenge me on that specifically because CMC is that motherfucking guy. Like, y'all know how I hate saying this, but randomly they're calling him Hemi G and all that fucking stupid shit, worthless bastard. If you gonna call anybody him, it's Christian fucking McCaffrey. He's that guy. Period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He was a one-man motherfucking wrecking crew. And let me show you why he was a one-man wrecking crew. I'm going to go ahead and show y'all this, man. I got to share screen, because it's not fair. It's not fair at all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to put this here. We're going to switch the layout real quick. Give me a sec. Nope, not that one. I want this one. There we go. So, CMC, just look at that. Just killing him, okay? CMC was the motherfucking man, and once again, put this picture of Josh Dobbs. People don't get mad at me, okay? Josh Dobbs looked like he got vitiligo or revitiligo all at the same time. That picture they took of him was fucked up. I don't know if he wears his hats hella low, but this motherfucker is light skin here and then dark skin here. That shit makes absolutely no fucking sense. No sense. It is insane. And yes, CJ, I will agree with that. I'm going to put that up. I don't care if it covers me. We do have to put that out there, man. Yeah. CMC, Marshall Faulk. Yeah. You can say that real easily. So basically, this is what it is, man. When you look at it from a standpoint of us offensively, Brock Purdy was 20 or 21, people. That means that man only missed one pass, and it was to CMC. CMC was a little pissed because he wanted him to have that 100%, which is cool. It don't matter. He only took one sack. He only threw one touchdown, 20 or 21 for 283 yards. Now, let me tell y'all something. Let's jump right on the Brock train, okay? That's what we're going to do. We're going to jump right on the Brock train. Let me explain something to you people. Brock Purdy did something yesterday that shut me the fuck up. Shut a lot of people up. And I never maligned him about it. I just said that it didn't exist. But he shut a lot of haters up. He hit Brandon Ayuk on several explosive fucking plays. Several. Don't talk to me no more about Brock Purdy and not having an arm. Don't talk to me about it. What's going on, McNider? He did what the fuck he was supposed to do. He threw those, man. He threw those motherfuckers, bro. He launched them bitches. Let me pause this shit so it don't fuck up my stream. But I'm telling you right now, he launched that shit in the air, man, and he air raided the fuck. Bro, look, you can't tell me nothing about Brock Glock Purdy, okay? I'm not calling him BCB because that's just not, no. If you want to call him that, you have whatever you want. You say whatever you want. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It is what it. Nighthawk Afterburner, nice to see you. First time I've seen you on the channel. If I missed you before, appreciate you coming through. Remember, people, hit that like and subscribe button, definitely so. You know what I'm saying? It helps your boy out. This is a passion for me, and I do this because I love the game. But appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? All the followers I can get is great. You know, I love when we have other fans in the chat. But Nighthawk, looks like you are definitely a Niner fan. I appreciate you coming through and hanging out with your boy early in the morning. Shout out to everybody coming through and hanging out. Now, though he did not throw, though he didn't catch a touchdown, Brandon Ayuk, 6 catches, 148 fucking yards. The man averaged 24.7 yards per catch. Damn it, if that ain't great, I don't know what the fuck is. There's nothing you can tell me. Jared Dome in the house. What's happening with you, bro? This is the epitome of what you need to do as a receiver. And Brock Purdy showed everybody. Oh, y'all want to doubt my arm? I just throw a couple of passes down here to BA. Brandon Ayuk, deep ball me, please. Pause. Yeah, got what he asked for. BA was doing what he was doing. Okay? And they had him on the show with Whitner and everybody else, basically the Bay Area post-game show. And they asked him, hey, man, look, like, what's good? What's going on? So, he's like, are you the best receiver in the league? Are you a top receiver in the league? And BA was like, you know what I want to say, but shit. You let your play speak for you, baby. I don't have to say it. Motherfucker, my numbers is talking for me, goddammit. So it is what it is. And I love that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to go out there and talk shit and shit on people. Let me tell y'all something, people. Okay? 177 yards from scrimmage. 4 touchdowns. 177 yards from scrimmage. 4 TDs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them. One-man wrecking crew. Christian motherfucking McCaffrey. Okay? I'm not calling him, I'm calling him Christian motherfucking McCaffrey. Just like I call my dog Jawan motherfucking Jennings. It's Christian motherfucking McCaffrey. And I know that's a lot of motherfuckers this early in the motherfucking morning, but it's a joyous day. I don't know, man. It was a joyous day. Watching Christian McCaffrey yesterday was like watching a symphony put together perfectly. It was like watching poetry in motion. This dude literally murdered the team by himself. I'm telling you right now, the Cardinals players have nightmares about Christian McCaffrey, and they will continue to have nightmares because they have to play him again when they're in Arizona, where I'm at, and I'll be at that game. I've already bought my motherfucking ticket. You can't tell me shit. I will be there. Christian McCaffrey ate them alive, people. 106 yards rushing, 5.3 yards per carry, 3 TDs, 7 catches on 8 targets for 71 yards and a TD. Like, I'm trying to let you people know that there is no reason that CMC shouldn't be MVP at the end of the year. The man balls. He does what he has to do. That's just it. You can't knock him. You can try, but you can't do anything. Jordan Mason only had 3 carries for 10 yards. Debo only had 3 carries for 6 yards. And you didn't see Debo here. Now, what I will tell you is the reason I don't think you saw Debo on the stat sheet in terms of receiving was strictly based on the fact that Debo himself was injured. So I think what they did was they tried to lay off of him a little bit, give him a little bit of rest. This was one of those games where you didn't see him at all, but he was there a little bit. It just made more sense to kind of give him he's in the game, he's a threat, but he's not really doing anything. Debo was pretty much a decoy this game. That's what he was. So next week when we got to play the Cowboys, on Sunday Night Football, is basically going to be, you'll probably see a lot more Deebo Samuel. You'll do that. You had Jordan Mason with 13-yard catch. You know what I mean? He did what he was supposed to do. Everybody caught all of their targets except for CMC. Literally, Purdy only missed one throw. So then you flip over to it from a defensive standpoint. They even tried to get Juice involved a little bit here when it came to the running game and whatnot. The Sam Darnold -1 yard doesn't mean shit. He just kneeled the ball out. That's, you don't need Brock Purdy to kneel. That's the whole point of having a backup quarterback. You send him out there to do little shit like that. But 106 yards rushing from CMC, another 283 for receiving. We did what we normally do. We went out there and we whooped ass. We took names. Leading us in tackling was Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw, both out there with 10 of them. We didn't get very many sacks. Hargrave came through. He kicked the dough down. He did his karate kick. Gravedigger was out there hunting Josh Dobbs. He got him once. And then nobody else got Josh Dobbs. He's extremely elusive, and their line held up fairly well. Right after that, you got Diamond Lenore, you got Huff, you got a couple of different people that did some things. We didn't have any interceptions. We didn't really force turnovers this game. It kind of sucked. Jake Moody was money for all of his field goals. We did not have to kick any actual he was money for all his extra points. But we didn't need him for field goals because we didn't kick any field goals. Mitch Wish, one punt on the day, which is beautiful, 45 yards, and that works for me. So we scored 21 in the first, didn't score anything in the third, but we scored another 14 in the fourth, and that's the beauty of it. We didn't give up. We didn't take our foot off the gas. We kept scoring. We kept doing what we're doing. This right here is what I love to see. We are 4-0, Seattle and the Rams are battling for that second spot. And, of course, the Cardinals are down at the lowly 1-3. A lot of people were saying Joshua Giles might be taking Kyler Murray's job and whatnot because of the way they looked. Their first few games, they were in it. They only lost by 3 and 4, and then they beat the Cowboys, I think, by 12. And then they come in here, and we had them a beat down of 21 points. So, it is what it is. He wasn't as great as they thought he was, I guess. Josh Dobbs, like I said, he 28 of 41. He had 2 TDs. We only got to sack him once. And then here, 12 of 48, 12 carries for 48 yards. He had a big 12-yard run, but he didn't stretch the field on us. And it was great because we didn't allow him to, because that's one of the things that we struggle with as a team for the 49ers is it's hard because we will – running quarterbacks give us fits. They really do. And don't get me wrong, 4 yards of carry ain't nothing to scoff over. You know what I'm saying? That's damn good. But the cool thing is he didn't score any touchdowns, and he didn't have like any massive runs. He didn't go over 20 yards on a run or 40 yards or anything like that. So we kept him pretty much intact. So we did exactly what we needed to do. That's definitely the case. It is definitely, an easy thing. And yes, you are right. He did have one of the most quiet buck 50s anybody had never seen in their life. CJ Gray says he looked like Devontae Adams. I agree with you on that one. I'd love to have Tay here. Oh, shit. Man. Tay? Bruh. Okay. I'm going to put this out there. Devontae Adams on one side. BA on the other. Deebo in the slot. You're done. Your goose is cooked. You don't know who's getting the ball. You don't care who's getting the ball. You're just upset. Because it doesn't matter who gets it. They're gonna be playmakers. Period. That's it. That would be great. You know what I'm saying? But it was great. Yeah. I'll give Kyle that. You're right, John V. That was one of the best offensive game plans he had in a very long time. And he kept going. And Kyle's doing things that we don't see him do. He did go ahead and go for it on fourth down. He did do certain things a little bit differently. And I love that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's fantastic for him. James Conner, 11 carries for 52 yards. He averaged 4.7 a carry. He did have a little run of 11 yards. Now, James Conner decided to be a little upset with Mr. Talanoa Hufanga after the game. I don't know what the fuck was said. I don't know what the problem was, but I can tell you right now, that's some sore loser shit. You still got your helmet on, you shove a dude in the face, and you get mad when he comes back at you. I will tell you this. If that was me and that was James Conner, I would have told him, take your motherfucking helmet off. We can get this shit going right now. Nigga, I'll take my pads off. We going. Because you're not going to shove, you're not going to mush me in my motherfucking face like that and get away with it. I'm going to kick your motherfucking ass. It's going down. I don't know what your problem was. I don't know what your issue was. I don't know if you're mad because you didn't get to run all over us and you knew that wasn't going to fucking happen. I don't care. But at the end of the day, look, we taught this shit as children. It's a very simple thing. Keep your motherfucking hands to yourself. Because if you touch me like that, I'm going to have to touch you back. You're not going to like the way I touch you. It ain't going to be sensual. It ain't going to be nice. It's going to be very violent and it's going to be very ugly. I'm not playing. And that's the one thing that people have to understand. And sometimes people say, oh, well, you shouldn't react. Oh, you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. Look, man, let me explain something to you people, okay? You know what you shouldn't do is put your hands on somebody else and expect them not to put their hands back on you, okay? You don't open the door for violence if you don't, and not expect it to come back your way. Yes, there are people in this world that will punk out. They will bitch up real quick, and they are soft. They're afraid. They're scared. They don't want violence. They're not looking for confrontation. But there are some people in this world that you just do not try because it'd be that one person that you thought is a buster, and they going to knock your ass out. And when they put you to sleep, they ain't going to say nothing about it. It's not going on social media. They ain't doing nothing. They just know that they got that knockout power, and that's the one wrong person you tried on that day. You have to be smarter. And yes, I agree with you on that one, Terradome. Yes, I would have grabbed that damn face mask, slung his ass to the ground. I'd have been slinging him around like Andre Johnson slung around Cortland Finnegan. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing with that. You know what I'm saying? You don't come at me like that. Don't be stupid. You know what I'm saying? It just, you got to be smarter when it comes down to it. And I'm not that dude. I would never be that guy. To condone violence, but in the same vein, it's a trip. Really quickly, we got to go ahead and give y'all a little clip. We always got to take care of the sponsors. This is my guy, Zach. He's going to tell y'all about MyBookie.
As a bettor, you demand perfection, and MyBookie delivers. NFL, college football, and a brand new cash-out system give you options to bet and win all season long. The first two legs of your parlay hit, cash out early and use the funds on another bet, or you could let it ride at a chance at a bigger payday. And I'm not the only one who's been there when 3 or 4 of your legs of a parlay have hit and you're stressing, hoping that fourth one hits and it doesn't. Well, now that stress is no longer there, guys, because you can cash out early thanks to MyBookie. You can join the MyBookie family for an entire season filled with odds boosts, free bets, and super contests. And to get started, all you got to do is go to mybookie.ag. It's right here on the screen, and register for a free account. That's right, it's free. And when you're ready to make your first deposit, whatever that may be, just use promo code HIVE. It's right here on the screen, HIVE, to grab a welcome bonus on the house. That's our gift to you for being a part of the 49ers Hive family. That's promo code HIVE, HIVE, to claim your deposit bonus. And for a limited time, you also get a free chip to use in the MyBookie casino. You can bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.
Shout out to my man Zach from the High. Appreciate you going ahead and helping us out with the with sponsors and whatnot. He's and Terradome over here singing MyBookie almost like the old My Buddy commercials. And if y'all don't know, that's old school, you know. And we got some grown folk in here. They remember the My Buddy. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, you know what I'm saying? Joshua Jobs, he came in, he did what he could, but he wasn't enough. You know, he wasn't going to be able to beat us and break us off like that. After that, you know, now Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown, 7 catches for 96 yards. He did well. Now, there's a young man named Michael Wilson. Michael Wilson showed up and showed out, 7 catches for 76 yards. He did have 2 TDs. So, yeah, man, it's crazy. You always – and that was the thing with the Cardinals. It was like, who is the other guy? Like, who is it? Why is it? What is it? And randomly, toward the end of the game, this guy was on the sideline. So I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he got injured or what the situation was, but he was definitely not in at the, anything else. So he definitely did his thing. Shout out to Mike Wilson for what he did. Zach Ertz failed the Cardinals when they needed it the most. He had a touchdown go right through his hands. and that's not very characteristic of Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz is definitely one of the better tight ends in the league, and he didn't have that opportunity to be able to get it done. So it is what it is. But then you go ahead and you take a look at them. They only had one sack. That was Dennis Gardeck, and that was one of the guys I was telling y'all we had to watch out for. Kaiser White had seven tackles. Keltrell Clark had 5. He also had himself a little TFL. But, at the end of the day, when you look at everything, the 49ers went ahead and did what they were supposed to do. They came in, they wreck shocked. They did everything that you would want them to do from the jump as far as that goes. So I have to say this was a fantastic win. Once again, like I said, CMC, a one-man wrecking crew. The defensive line kind of disappointed me a little bit because they didn't necessarily get the push that I thought they would get. They're still working together and they're still making things happen. It's nice to have pressure. The pressures need to actually turn into sacks. And we only had one this game. So hopefully that will turn around and we'll get more and we'll get, a lot more production out of the guys off of the line. I know we had a constant rotation between Cleveland Farrell and Drake Jackson and whatnot. Hopefully we just start to see where it's just Drake Jackson. He can get in there and make some plays too. The one disappointment for me with the defense was them allowing that 99-yard drive. We had them pinned on they won, and they walked all the way down the fucking field. And I know that tired them out, along with the fact of being disappointed in themselves. Even Nick talked about it. So did Fred talked about it after the game, how they were disappointed that they allowed that 99-yard drive. And yeah, we definitely are disappointed in that, but it doesn't mean that we don't, that we give up on our defense. You go back, you look at the tape, you study the film, figure out exactly what it is, and you keep moving forward. I think we'll be better for it, and we'll try to figure out exactly what was going on, what happened. But yeah, there were a couple of plays, you just got cooked, you got baked. But I mean, Hollywood Brown does have speed. That's what he is known for. And it's just nice that we didn't let James Conner get off to a fast start or anything like that. And we made things happen. That's all I have to say is we made things happen. You know what I mean? We scored in the first half. We scored in the second half. We took care of business, and once again, that I've said it before, I'm going to call them 30-30, 35 points. That's the most we've put out this season. Every other game has been literally exactly 30 points. So 35 points, and we're good. Every time we go over 30, we come out with a W. So as long as we can keep doing that, we can keep racking up these wins and we can keep going. I love the fact right now that we are 4-0. We are starting fast and not starting slow. You have the only other team in the league that's undefeated is the Philadelphia Eagles at 4-0. So I can tell you right now, there's a high probability of a showdown. High probability of a showdown with us and the Eagles when it comes to the NFC Championship. And hopefully we can be the ones that have that number one spot and make them come to Santa Clara rather than us having to go back out to Philly. Even if they do go to Philly, the representation for the Niners will be there. The last time we went, there were so many content creators there, so many people that watched the shows that we put out that were there. We loved every second of it. So appreciate all of the faithful that go out to Philly and showing them what we, show them up, show them out. And then we play them in week 13. So I know Mo's going to be there. Peachy probably going to be there. You definitely going to see Breezy there most likely. I'm guaranteeing you anybody else that travels and goes to those games, they'll be there. They're all on the East Coast, so they can do that. I can't do that. I'm on the West Coast, and don't get me wrong, I love the Niners, but I ain't flying to Philly because I'm a different type of cat. I'm gonna tell you right now, man, you ain't coming here and try to get no smoke out of me, homie. I might live in Arizona, but I'm born and bred Los Angeles, California. I'm from the gangbang capital of the world. And though I may not be a violent person, and I've learned to calm down and work, and get my anger to a good spot, you ain't gonna be in my face throwing shit and talking shit. No, I enjoy some good back and forth banter as much as the next man. But that's what it is. It's just banter. Don't try to turn this into a real situation because it's not going to work out well for either one of us. Because I don't want to go to jail, behind whooping somebody's ass. And I don't want somebody to get themselves hurt, coming at me being stupid, because I may not even have to hit you. You might try to swing at me. I might let you go through that car window. It is what it is. The Philly people, I'm sorry, Philly fans are the worst. Because when you up, they love you. When you down, they hate you. When you're in the middle, they still hate you. And, like when it comes to opposing teams, they do definitely have some issues. But either way, man, that's going to wrap it up for me. Thank y'all for tuning in. I probably will be back on later with my guys around 7:30. Beto, the Forever Faithful podcast, Christian and B-Dubs. Shout out to them. We'll probably be on a little bit later doing another show explaining things. Once again, CMC is a one-man wrecking crew and was a one-man wrecking crew yesterday. He beat the shit out of the Cardinals all on his own. And, the beauty of it is nobody complained. Nobody came out after the games bitching about touches, any of that. They just basically were like, look, man, we along for the ride. Whoever shows up and shows out, that's the guy we're going to ride. If BA is having a fantastic fucking day, Debo not going to come after the game and start bitching and complaining. If Debo has a fantastic game, you ain't going to catch BA complaining. You're not going to hear our team being pissed off because they didn't get touches. They know and understand there's so many different weapons. Whoever has the hot hand that day is just going to get fed. I mean, hell, if Kittle starts to have a ridiculous-ass game and they can't stop him, we're just going to keep hitting. Fuck it. Why not? We have so many options and so many different weapons that it's going to frustrate the defense because they're not going to know who to deal with and who to look for. Because if you start taking away the guy that was having a hot game, we still have several other people that can, that can still get hot and still get open and still do things. But either way, man, another great game for us. 21-point beatdown that we put on the Cardinals. Can't wait till they come here December 17th. If you are here December 17th, holla at your boy. You can hit me on the DMs on Twitter. If you follow me on Instagram, 49er_Dion, you can hit me there. It's definitely going to be it's going to be a great thing, man. It's going to be beautiful. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get my chill on for a bit before I got to go to work. But thank everybody for tuning in. Everybody stay up, stay blessed, stay faithful. Continue to root for this team. We are out there doing great things. It's time to go ahead and kick the teeth in of these Cowgirls and sit their fans down and make them cry again. We going to go into AT&T Stadium. We're going to turn that motherfucker red, and we're going to beat the shit out of the Cowboys. We're going to beat them into submission. Tony Pollard ain't going to be running all over us like that. We're looking to go get Dak Prescott and sack him. We are looking to make the Cowboys bend to our will. We are looking to unleash CMC on them. We are looking to unleash Brandon Ayuk on them. And Deebo Samuel most likely will be a lot healthier, and he will be a more intricate part of the game plan. So we're looking to unleash that on them too. I believe Juwan Jennings most likely will be back next week as well. So the Sunday night game next week is just going to be insane. It's going to be crazy. At the end of the day, all I want is us to keep winning. I want all of y'all to have a wonderful day, a blessed day. May you be blessed in any and everything that you do, whether it's working for whatever you're doing for today. May you be blessed in that. May God have favor on you and all of us as Niner fans. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. I'm out this joint. John V, get me my locker room rent back, damn it. I'm not playing. I will call. John, I got your phone number. Don't make me call you. Don't make me call you, brother. I'm just kidding. I ain't got nothing but love for you, John. Everybody stay up, stay faithful. We out this joint. Peace.